again, everybody. It's me. So I'm not going to take a lot of time today. Probably more or less than a half an hour. Mostly because at 7 p.m. Eastern, at the top of the hour, the collegiate dunk contest is going on, and Kevin Smith's in it. So, dude, I'm watching that. You don't need to watch me for more than a freaking half an hour. I don't think I'm going to take as long as you think I'm going to take, by the way. Hopefully everybody is seeing this live. So, couple things. Because I know you're all freaking out. Fine, keep freaking out. I won't tell you anything. Alright. So, some of you have really freaking short memories, dude, by the way. Let us harken back to 2022. It was only 3 years ago. So I looked this up. So the timeline on that was Dennis Gates got the job at Missouri on March 21st. Alright? So, and then there was about a 2-week window, and then Danielle Robinson was hired. So, what had happened was, I think the timeline is still the same, because the final interviews for the Cleveland State job took place at the Final Four, which, incidentally, all that stuff is going on right now. A bunch of people are in San Antonio. Obviously, Kevin Smith is. Go watch him, by the way. I think that should be a good dunk contest. But my assumption is, and I have not been told that this is incorrect, that the same timeline is happening, except there's not an extra week in there. So, and my other understanding, and then this is, I believe that this is still the case, and again, haven't been proven wrong on this either. Haven't been told otherwise. Collegiate Sports Associates is doing the search. They're the ones who were part of the Danielle Robinson search. I feel like I gotta remind everybody they were also part of the Dennis Felton search too, but again, I think the issue there was the whole problem with ADs. I'm not gonna belabor the Mike Thomas era that much, but so obviously my understanding is they got a list. They're doing it. The interviews are happening in San Antonio right now, or have happened. So obviously that's happening. So that's the process. So I would say theoretically, and again, I haven't been told otherwise, this is going to be over soon, which is good because we only got 3 players left. Why do I keep using the word we? Yeah, Mike Thomas, see, that's funny that happened because I think he really lucked out with the Killsmeyer hire, obviously. He didn't luck out any other way, but he certainly lucked out with the Killsmeyer hire. Thanks for bringing that up. But, so Cleveland State currently still has 3 people on the roster. Everybody else has hit the portal. So Tosh Chevesky, Chaz Watson, and Cole Franklin. And if I'm not mistaken, Mason, oh crud, what is his name? What is his last name? Excuse me. And of course I can't pull it up. But, JUCO guy who committed, he has yet to uncommit, so apparently that's still happening. None of this really matters anymore in the portal era. It just never it just hasn't. It didn't matter in 22. It didn't matter at all in 22 because, Danielle Robinson brought in Tristan Enaruna, Tay Williams, brought in Dylan Arnett. Drew Lauder, all those guys came, he came in with that group. And Mason Brown, thank you. So, I'm sure everybody's losing their crap because, oh my god, all these people are well, yeah, they don't have a coach right now. No? the portal is only going to be open but for so long. So I don't necessarily blame them for going into the portal. I don't. Got to make sure that you're taken care of. But couple of things I did want to also bring up too. Some things I can confirm. First of all, I know Tobin Anderson's name has popped up. And that's not happening. I do know for sure that Tobin Anderson is not going to be in the mix for this job. No longer is in the mix for this job. Now, John, I don't know how many of how the message board denizens have showed up, but dear God, I gotta tell you right now, and can confirm, Bob Huggins is not happening. It's not happening. I don't think there's even any proof that he even applied for the job at all. I mean, dude's old and he's enjoying retirement, I'm sure. So, and by the way, it seems like bringing him in would be kind of counter to what Cleveland State has done to this point. So that is kind of an issue. For all of you, I don't know why you guys keep bringing this guy up. Let him enjoy retirement somewhere, wherever he's at. Okay. Really, just let it. It's over. He's not going to be here. Sorry, it's just not happening. And don't ask me why not, because I don't know why not. It's just not happening. Really, I hadn't heard, John. None of that matters, by the way. By the way, also, I can also tell you. I can also tell you that I know the name Jermaine Kimbrough has popped up. I can tell you right now he is also not in the mix for this job. Yeah. I didn't list him because I didn't think he wanted to go a fourth go around on this one, but I can confirm that that is for sure not happening. What I can confirm is, yes, Rob Summers is in the mix. So, at least we got him. Now, mind you, let's keep in mind that this is a very fluid situation, and CSA has this tendency to go out of left field, as we have seen over God knows how many years. Daniel Robinson was not one of the people we thought of, even though if we did a little bit of research, we probably would have seen, oh yeah, by the way, he was a finalist on a couple of occasions. He was a finalist for the UIC job. Incidentally, so was Armand Gates. By the way, Armand Gates, I am not going to be... Matt, no, I'm not doing a 20... I got a hard stop at 7 o'clock. We're watching the dunk contest on ESPN because Tevin Smith's in it. Hard stop, man. I know where you're going with that, by the way. Well played, sir. So, yeah, Armand Gates is in Minnesota, so he's obviously not he's not, in the mix for this job. As for that, I mean, the weird thing about this whole thing is that, and maybe it's because, I don't know. Matt Dudek, of course. Which school is he representing? So, but funny enough, because Armand Gates and Daniel Robinson were finalists for the UIC job that ultimately went to Luke Yaklich. A lot of good that did. I know you're loving the whole out-of-the-box thing. And I know what out-of-the-box means to you, by the way. Ben Hallett might be in the mix still. He might be in there. Very, could be. Could very well be. Haven't heard otherwise. It is a long list, though, for my sake. I know. I'm not going to miss you that much. By the way, coming soon to a podcast near you, episode 300 of the Horizone Roundtable. It's going to probably be in May sometime. Incidentally, I'm doing this now. I was thinking of doing this on Sunday night, but we've got the podcast episode with Dizzy Payton, the head baseball coach at Northern Kentucky. I didn't want to take away from that. But the list is long, so that they were able to kind of shorten that up so they could do some interviews and whatnot. I gotta say, I'm a little impressed. Oh, by the way, let's we do need to talk about the other thing. The other big question going into this, of course, was the fact that we weren't 100% sure whether or not we were going to get a new AD at the end of May. The answer is no, we are not. No. Cleveland State did announce that Kelsey Gorey-Harkey is going to be is the permanent AD. She got a deal until the end of June. By the way, I'm sure that I got my Freedom of Information Act fingers working, so hopefully I get that, and hopefully I don't have to wait until July to get it. So this is her hire, this is her department, period. So, and impressively enough, again, these guys got this on lock. I mean, the usual suspects don't have anything on this. I mean, I haven't heard, Trilly hasn't had anything about it. Trilly hasn't anything about it. Carice Hicks-Sage hasn't anything about it. You know, the Samurai dude hasn't had anything. I mean, even the coaching changes guys who are like really wrong about a lot of stuff, they got nothing. So what I just told you is pretty much what we know for sure. Our DMs are open and nobody DMs us. I am sad about that. It is what it is, guys. One last thing I do want to talk about in this whole... this has absolutely nothing to do with basketball. Yeah, screw it. We're not going to do that. But I didn't really have anything else. I just want to tell you guys that stuff. I didn't really have anything else. I don't know how to fill the time. I don't know how Jimmy does it. I'm going to have to ask him one day, Jimmy, how do you fill 2.5 hours of a live show? I don't do that very well. I kind of suck at it. Oh, it's okay. Oh, for crying out loud. Do I have to read this? Oh, really? And you just couldn't put him in the chat there, John? What? No. The answer is, what the Okay, why does... Okay. You gotta be kidding me with this. Alright, so... let us review... names you are hearing. Oh, no, I can... Did I or did I not just say Bob Huggins is not in for this job? Sonny Johnson is a high school coach, and I don't think he's going anywhere from Garfield Heights. I don't know who he heard from. The Jermaine Henderson makes sense. Rob Summers where has Earl Boykins been? Like, has anybody heard? I didn't even know Earl Boykins was even a coach, man. I gotta look him up. Huh? What is... Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, he's an assistant coach at UTEP. Okay. That makes sense. Earl Boykins. I didn't realize he was there. Yeah, I didn't realize he was at UTEP. Okay. Perhaps he might be in the mix. Sonny's not in the mix. Bob Huggins is not in the mix. Jay Shunner. I know we talked about him. This is the thing, though, about that one, is that if you were gonna if you're gonna promote within, I mean, we've seen this before again within. If Cleveland State was gonna promote within, I would have thought they would have done it before before now. I mean, really. I mean, we have proof of this already. We have, within 48 hours for both, I think within 48 hours, Clint Sargent was promoted. I think maybe with even 72 hours, Ethan Faulkner was promoted. Yeah. So, I don't know. So, Jermaine Henderson, I know, again, but the other guys, obviously, Jermaine Henderson, Rob Summers, guys we've talked about already. So, I can say that Rob Summers is in the mix, and maybe Jermaine Henderson is as well. But, again, this is CSA. They keep things pretty tight, so, their choice may be coming out of left field, too. So, I really do hate to belabor the whole Bob Huggins thing, but again, it runs completely counter to what the process Cleveland State has had over the years. It just runs completely counter to that. By the way, I like this. I don't think Cleveland State goes old guy, and again, think of the age. Who is he? Who takes over when he's gone? Anybody think about that one? Ever? I don't know. No. Yeah. So I guess I'm taking that list with a grain of salt, dude. Seriously, absolutely taking that list with a grain of salt. And I don't care. He doesn't follow me. We don't follow him anymore. So, whoopity-doo! And this is what we have to deal with, guys. That's the best we got. Right there. That's the best we got. Kind of speaks to a lot of different things. So. Yeah. Anyway. Like I said, that's kind of all I got. Like, whatever. It is what it is. So, but I will say, again, given the timeline, this is going to happen. This is going to happen actually faster than the hire happened last time, which is good because the Central Michigan job just opened. So, probably the same names that probably put in for this Cleveland State job are going to put in for that Central job too. So, yeah. Seems like something to look out for, but I think they're well into their process, and I think they'll probably finalize something probably over the weekend, which I expect that to happen, and I think all of you should expect that to happen as well. Whether we get some names leaked out or not is beyond me, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. And leak names, man, come on, don't be stingy. Hook us up. Hook us all up. Or, shoot us a DM. DMs are open. So, alright. You know what? I think 20 minutes is enough. So, that's it. That's going to do it for us. Do for me. HorizoneRoundtable.com. All our podcast episodes, all our articles. All the links to our socials at HorizoneRoundtable.com/subscribe. So, follow us wherever there. Follow us where podcasts are available. Again, if you happen to be a Horizon League baseball fan, even if you're not, I had a good conversation with Dizzy Payton from NKU. So you want to listen to that, and maybe we'll have some extra stuff too. Who's to say? I don't know, but I'll tell you what. This particular live stream is over. So. Thanks for joining us once again. Hopefully you learned something. A little bit. But thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Have a good night.